Good morning, good morning. I am super blessed to be surrounded by birdsong still. We next to the Mogolriver. How beautiful is that? I am in Rivieroord in Vaalwater. I'm the only person here. There is Savuti lying there, sleeping, my watchdog. He is here daily. I feel super blessed to have him as my guard dog, I would say, sleeping. But yeah, the reason why I am so super blessed is because I saw that I am, that I was. I allow more and more things into my life that I see as being super blessed. For me, that is the bird song that you hear. It's the feeling of joy in my life. It's the feeling of peace and harmony, which I worked very hard to get. Um, yeah, and that's the reason why I wrote a book. You are super blessed, which I'm reading now for you. Today will be chapter 4. I also, with this book, I created a super blessed journal with the help of my beautiful daughter in love, um, who can really draw. In my book, there's drawings of her as well. Feeling super blessed to have that. It says, if you don't have the answers to your questions, live the questions and the answers will come. And I feel that I've been doing that since the age of 8 years. Yeah, I was 8 years old when I felt that I've got a lot of questions. I don't know what I'm doing here. And yeah, I think my book will bring out more of that. And so, without further ado, it's a little bit chilly here and the wind is blowing a little bit. But I feel super blessed to be sitting flat on the grass and having all of this beautiful nature around me. I absolutely love nature. It's on my wish list always. And it's as the universe conspires to bring me everything that I say I want. Um, and that is gratitude begets more gratitude. And I feel that's why I am definitely super blessed daily in magical ways and miraculous ways. And I love sharing that with everybody. But so let's start reading chapter 4. Freedom is a choice. One of my big lessons that I learned over the years and had to adapt to. Because here comes the reason. One chapter in my book, Bury the Past, Unlock the Future, this was 10 years ago, that book, was aptly named Busy. I wrote all about my excellent work ethics and motherhood, busy making a life, building a status-filled life by having my own estate agency and everything that came with it. Just to lose it all after 7 years of hard work by making the mistake of selling my business to a crooked buyer. And just like that, my overwhelming, imbalanced life over time became more balanced. Obviously, we had to go through some very tough times. I can just mention there, and just like that, my overwhelming, imbalanced life over time became more balanced. Sometimes we don't even know that we're out of balance. I was very successful with the estate agency. We worked very hard. I never knew I was out of balance until I started feeling it and becoming depressed and sick, and I had lots of money but had no time for myself and also not for my kids. So yeah, and I was breastfeeding and doing everything a mom was supposed to do. Um, but I still didn't know that I was out of balance until I knew, I felt it. So feel guided by your spirit. If something doesn't feel right, it feels off somehow, it is. Obviously, we had to go through some very tough times, but this is the only way to learn. Again, failing our way to success. We are sometimes just too busy to be able to listen to the world inside of us and spend too much time listening to the world outside. I also want to say that these days I don't talk of myself being busy, although I'm always busy. I've never been bored in my whole entire life. I'm always busy doing something, but these days I choose the word productive. I am not being busy, I am being productive, and it works because then I get things done. Where was I? Yeah, I have come to believe, did I say we are sometimes just too busy to be able to listen to the world inside of us and spend too much time listening to the world outside? I have come to believe that not listening to our own intuitive feelings and not doing what is necessary to keep a healthy balance leads to depression or sickness. I believe this as it is exactly what happened to me, and I wrote all about it in my book, Bury the Past, Unlock the Future. And in hindsight, it turned into a positive change, not at that time, but definitely looking back on it now. How else would change come about if we are not challenged? Experience has taught me that the trick is to stay calm and see a challenge from all possible sides. That's easier said than done. The above sentence is not written lightly, and I must admit that I struggled very much to see any side at that time in my life. To look at challenges from all sides is thus also an acquired lesson, and one I deem absolutely necessary for the survival of our sanity. Coincidentally, as I'm editing my book, the whole world is in a panic with the corona epidemic. To stay calm when facing adversity is most definitely the key. Now imagine trying to stay calm when one is busy losing everything financially one worked so hard for, including our beautiful beachfront home, newly built in my holy Sitchfield, with the added stress of our children to care for. Well, only those that know will know. How amazing that become of this exact challenge. I learned my lesson for my now chapter in life. More freedom to be busy when I choose and with what I choose, thus creating a much more balanced lifestyle, bringing with it the happiness we were seeking. And then I've got a link to my blog article that I wrote a long time ago on happiness. Um, yeah, I found a recording of 8th July 2015 on my phone, a promise made to myself. I promise to accept myself fully. I shall honor my own needs, define what is most important to me, be grateful for my health, and live every day in the present moment. I shall be able to rest without guilt feelings, like reading a book, which I still battle with. I battled to read a book, but I'm reading one now to you. But yeah, I have audiobooks these days while I'm busy washing up or doing something. Um, then I listen to that. It is still part of my declaration or promise to myself. I'm going to live with myself in harmony, and therefore I need to be my own best friend. I'm going to live fully in my own heart space, which will award me and those around me with the most super blessed life. To this day, it is still an ongoing process for me to learn to make time for myself and not feel guilty. When I grasped the most valuable lesson to honor and appreciate myself, my world started changing for the better. It sounds so simple, and it actually is. Our world exists because of our vibrations and frequencies. When you understand that you are responsible for the vibrations and frequencies that you emit out into the world, your life will shift in amazing ways. As your vibration increases, the more you grow spiritually and become attracted to authenticity and less attached to illusions. By being original and expressing who you were born to be, you will become so much more happier in who you are. You shall become the architect of your life. Halfway through December 2018, we found ourselves to be very busy with arrangements for a New Year's party on our farm, Mogolriver in Wilderness. We had also fetched our granddaughter of 4, Alexia, from Cape Town to visit us. One of my wishes on my wish list from a few years ago was to swing under a tree with my granddaughter, preferably on our own piece of land. And this was when I only had one granddaughter. Now I've got 2 granddaughters as well as a grandson. So I'm super blessed indeed with 3 beautiful grandchildren. This wish came true for me because I took the time, although we were very busy, in brackets. I only realized that it had manifested as we were swinging over the river under the trees, and we laughed joyously with open hearts as it felt absolutely amazing. One of those perfect moments and memories made. Staying in this magic flow is surely the secret of happiness. Ultimately, the choice of what I do with my time is always mine. The wisest men follow their own direction. And that was chapter 4 for today. Um, and I'm going to keep chapter 5 for a later time. And maybe just tell you to be super blessed. Not tell you, inspire you to be super blessed. I cannot tell anybody anything, only my own experiences. But I do believe that everyone has the power to see what is in their lives to be super blessed for. And soon as you find it, you will find more and more of the same. And your whole life will become super blessed, for sure. Yes. Also, how I started seeing, when I started seeing this, I started writing down only 7 per day or 3 per day in the beginning, things, gratitudes that I had for that specific day. And every day it will change to 3 more, something else. And later on, it flowed. In the beginning, you struggle to find 3 per day. Someone asked me the other day, because I was doing it again for myself. Sometimes you start doing it, and then at the moment I'm not doing it anymore. But I know I've got so much gratitude. But someone asked me, do I write 7 per day? Because at that stage I was writing 7 per day. And I said to her, yes, you write 7 per day. And believe me, when you start finding it, you start finding it. It just comes to you. We definitely have that to be grateful for. So be super blessed. Find your super blessedness daily and start living your super blessed, beautiful life. I love my life because I've invented it over the years and many years, to become where I am now, feeling inspired to share how super blessed I am. And that doesn't mean that I don't have challenges. The challenges, they come, but to see that after every breakthrough in a challenge, you have, after every breakdown of a challenge, you have a breakthrough after the challenge, and that just elevates you and bring your vibration to be even more, to attract all the abundance of everything that's beautiful in your life. I'm sending love and be super blessed.